Hello and welcome back to the EGL Call of Duty livestream from DreamHack Valencia 2013, and we're going to be watching a crazy game between Millenium and Over Gaming. What just happened was Over were 3-0 up with Dark on full streaks, and then one of their players timed out. But then what was even crazier that happened was the exact same thing happened on the Millenium side, where Tommy got full streaks, was 3-0 up, and then one of the Over players decided to leave.
So essentially what the situation is now is that we're at 3-3 in this search and destroy. Nobody has streaks. Nobody
wins.
Nobody has a kill streak. No one has score streaks. And it's just everyone's back to essentially square one. We just have half the number of rounds to play.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that. Right, I'd like to explain what happened. The introduction on main stage for StarCraft 2 just went down. For anyone that's like at the event, you probably would have felt the floor shake, but anyone at home, what just happened was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. And one of the other players complained that his controller had fallen out as a result of the almost earthquake-like effects of the introduction, and then he decided to put it back in and then leave the game. I mean, both teams look equally annoyed. The coach for Over Gaming is currently in discussion with Nick Mitchell, one of the admins here, but I think, you know, the only sensible thing in this situation would be to play from 3-0, because both teams had the same losses drawn, didn't they? I mean, you could argue that Millenium should be a bit hard done because the guy just left.
It was deliberate.
It wasn't deliberately, like, you know, he left, but at the same time, it happened to both teams. They both were in the exact same scenarios.
I think the only difference is that even though the first timeout was in favor of Millenium, favoured Millenium, it was still Over Gaming's problem. As in, Over Gaming, one of their players timed out. The second time was both a loss for Millenium, and it was still the problem of Over Gaming. But in that case, it was sort of
so you could argue Millenium are hard.
I think Millenium would have more reason to be annoyed. But at the same time, I think both teams are actually back in the same situation. It's fairly fair, and I think we're going to kick it over here, starting from 3-3 on this search and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything happen like that, where the same scenario happened for both teams, just one after another. But it was really Tommy and Dark for both teams, Over Dark, sorry for anyone that misheard me there, who are really, you know, taking the headlines with this match. They both went like 7 kill streaks and, you know, full streaks in 3 rounds, which is crazy. But I mean, you see here, Tommy's in middle map. He's going to pick up one. That's a great play from Tommy. He gets picked down by Sammy. I don't think he was expecting anyone to have strayed off in the Over Gaming team, but, you know, Sammy's just been that sneaky player, the thorn in the side for Over Gaming, and it's currently a 3v3 scenario with Xavi currently pushing this A-bomb site from bottom orange, stroke grey crate, and they're really looking to be, you know, pushing that A-bomb to get the bomb down here, but I'd have to say it's in Millenium's favour at this point in time, this round. You know, 40 seconds to go, have to get bombed down. They haven't made a pick, and now Riskin's just cleaned one of them up.
Yeah, taking a quick look at the mini-map here, it seems that Over Gaming actually making a good entry here. Javi, great awareness there, picking up Maxi. He tried to get someone on that hop up there, not being able to see anyone. Carnage picking up the kill onto Suarez. It's going to be Javi up top. He has bomb, he needs to get it planted, and he hasn't seen the player which he needs to take out. So 2v1 situation to get picked up from behind there by Riskin. And he had a little bit of time where he was in a good situation there, Javi did. But I think Millenium came in from both sides, closed him down. There was one player at the front there. Riskin came from behind, and Javi, I think even if he got one of the kills there, he wouldn't have had time to plant the bomb.
Yes, oh no, not again. And someone else has actually timed out now.
It's still Over once again.
And I don't know whether it's a problem with the specific station or...
Who just timed out there, actually?
It was Xavi again.
Xavi again, so I think it might be an Xbox issue that he's had, or a disc, potentially.
You know, this isn't his fault. You know, don't hate on Xavi, but 4-3 now in favour of Millenium. If we keep going at this rate of 1 round every hour, we might be done by, you know, 12 tonight, but...
Yeah, if anything's going to send us behind schedule, it would be this. But I think today has actually been fairly smooth sailing.
Yeah, it's been a successful day.
Yesterday...
was
as the Certo thread says, and if you've been looking at following any of us on Twitter, it was an absolute disaster. I think every possible problem that's happened at all of the EGLs in history happened on one day at this LAN event. Everything from power failures to network failures to equipment not arriving, everything went wrong that day. But I mean, towards the end of the day, we got all the trouble smoothed out to the point where last night I felt confident going in today. I felt that we'd be able to, you know, give you guys a decent stream today. I mean, some things are out of our hand like this game, but we're going to keep it rolling nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, from a player standpoint, I can kind of reiterate that it was not any of, like, you know, the admin and team's faults by any stretch of the imagination. They did everything they could to get the shows running smoothly, but you know, the issues were kind of there before them, and I think they did really well to kind of deal with the problems, you know, that they had. And you know, yourself, you know, you've put in a hard graft, let's call it that, in the last 48 hours, and you know, you have to thank these guys for putting in all this support and time into these events.
And I have to shout out Eva Media again. Once again, they saved my life. So the exact same thing happened at the last DreamHack Valencia, where the equipment that we had was not sufficient, to say the least. I'm not gonna insult other people's products at the moment. If you really want to see me insult other people's products, you should follow me on Twitter. It'd be great. I'm just gonna say some really angry things, but no. The product which we had, it wasn't quite working how we expected. We also got a gigantic screen, which, you know, a massive crowd goes around, and we had to get that working as well. So Ava Media, once again, the guy from their stand, the exact same guy from last year, swept in to save the day, and he was like, do you guys need a capture card? And he actually came and he brought us two. He was just like, if that one doesn't work, here's an extra capture card. So
what a guy.
So that guy literally got us brand new capture cards out of the box, just so we can give you guys the stream. So once again, shout out to Ava Media.
Yeah, everyone go and, you know, tweet those guys. Just,
yeah, tweet and say thank you.
You would not be watching this if it wasn't for those guys. So I think everyone should owes them a big pat on the back for the support they're giving to our scene.
He's definitely my favourite guy from DreamHack Valencia. Like, I've said this twice now, exact same thing. He's just always been there to hook us